Can you guys believe it? I'm not dead. I'm here. Still playing Minecraft. Back on another stream. How are you guys? I hope that the sound quality is okay. I've gone over the settings and I think it should be working, but for all I know, the settings could be really, really bad. So please do let me know how everything is really. I'm super rusty to this. It's been... I checked the last time I streamed was back in early January, I think. So it's been over 6 months, probably 8 months since I have streamed. So wow, yeah, that's a while. Well, how are you guys? I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to see that people still show up, even though I've not been around much. I'm really, really sorry for that. You know, life happens. I find it easy to believe you're dead with strings attached like a marionette doll. That could be true. Maybe my wife is up there and kind of moving me around, building for me. That could be. That could probably be. So yeah, guys, how are you? Let me know. I'm very glad to see you guys here. Today we are gonna be working on this castle. I'm gonna share the lore or the idea behind it in a little bit when more people tune in. But today we're gonna be building on this. This is the newest castle I've been working on. It's just a little side project outside of Sangrekur, which is the main project I'm actually like currently doing. So if you're brand new to my channel and everything, this is the project that we're working on. It's massive, a massive medieval desert city. But yeah, just doing some small side projects just to keep myself inspired and stuff like that. So really cool. Let's go back to this place. If you have naming ideas, please do let me know. I haven't figured out the name for this place yet. I'm trying to come up with some fun names for this, but you know, it's a little tricky. Hey Blubs, yep, I'm back. Or as Jimmy Boy suggested, maybe I'm dead and someone is controlling me like a marionette doll. That could also be. I'm not gonna give you a full tour of this castle here, but let me give you some sneak peeks of it. I do love this. It's probably, or it's so far one of my favorite castles. It's so cute and everything like this. So yeah, I think it's really, really cool. Let me show you some small stuff here and there before we get building. I want to give people some time to tune in. Hello there, Legendary Porpoise. The beard's looking good. Well, thank you. Kind of happy with it. It's growing. Well, it's kind of easy. It's just not shaving. Like I don't really do much for it. I just leave it alone. I am doing good. Just got home from the gym. Got a shower. Got myself some food, and I'm ready to do some more building. I'm super inspired because we're building this castle here, which I love. Just look at this room here. Look at all these colors. Yes, I do put oil in it. Yes, I do have some oils, and I do care more about the beard than I might say. Yeah, I have oils and beard shampoo and a brush and everything. But yeah, I just love this this castle so far. So let me start to share the lore a little bit. Maybe, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it for now. Maybe this will go down to some cellars or something. So the main idea behind this castle is kind of sad. I think I should be able to talk about it without getting too emotional. But if I happen to be too emotional, you guys will probably still love me. So that's fine, okay? But if you know, this winter, me and my wife got a beautiful cat. It wouldn't be a video without the small area being... Yep, that's true. We got a small cat, and sadly, she was hit by a car this summer, and yeah, it was horrible. We were so super shooked up about it, and it's been really tough on both of us. And I just had to build. I had to do something to kind of remind her. So this castle here is built for Nusi, the cat Nusi. So that's why it is white like this, because she was beautiful and white. She was a lovely cat. Didn't even make it to 1 year, sadly. And yeah, it's just not. Yeah, it's super sad. But I'm getting over it slowly, or it's getting better for me. But yeah, I just really felt like I wanted to build something to remind her. So this castle here is the lore of this. I haven't really figured out the nitty-gritty details, but basically there was a lady who had a cat named Nusi, of course, because that's the name of our cat. And the cat died, and nothing could make her happy again. So the father, a very rich and powerful lord, started by like buying her things, and eventually ended up building her this awesome castle, and gave her like a prince, got her married to like the perfect prince, but nothing could make her happy again. So this castle here is for me to kind of grieve over the loss of Nusi, but also the lore is for the lady of this castle here to grieve somehow. So here you can actually see I've imported like an image of Nusi here, and I might be adding more to my custom overlay around the castle. So here we have the most beautiful cat in the world, and the banner of this place is also a white cat with a crown. So that's that. And we even have that on the front here. Let me show you. Just look at this cool gatehouse here. Here we have the cat as well with the crown on it. Hello there, Erwin. Yeah, it's been a while. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's been really tough on us. It's been yeah. But it's getting better, really. It's been over 3 weeks, 4 weeks now. 3 weeks, I don't know. So, but it's still pretty rough. But yeah, so this castle here, as I said, is for me to mourn. Is that the word for it? But also the lore is that it's kind of built to mourn the cat of this powerful lady as well. That's why it's so massive. So it's inspired by French like chateaus, and I'm gonna be honest, maybe the defense of it isn't realistically the most accurate, but I've built this purely for the looks of it, really. But I have added, like as you can see, like there are crenellations all the way on the top here. Let me show you, like below here we have matriculation, so you can shoot down on enemies here, and yeah, we have crenellations and towers and everything. So it should be defendable, but it's not like perfectly defendable, if that makes sense. I focus more on the looks when designing this. Now, should we start building, guys? Are you ready? Are you ready to do some building, or do you want to see more of the castle before we start? While you guys get some time to decide, I'm gonna pick up some blocks for the palette here. Yeah, I guess you could. I guess that's mostly the color and more like a Renaissance kind of vibe. There's definitely similarities between those. Let me see. I think I want to bring in. Should we have? Yeah, I think we should just keep it like similar to this on the outside. So yeah, we'll get to that. We'll use those colors, but I also want to have some accent colors, and I think I'm gonna use like sandstone, I think. I think that's gonna work. Then up above I want to have some crenellations, and even above that again I plan on having a bedroom, and it might stick out a little bit. I guess we will figure that out once we get to that. Didn't really get any feedback on you guys if you want to start building straight away or if you want to see more of the castle as of yet. And if we don't get any... Yeah, that's very sad. We don't really have that many awesome castles in Norway. Let me give you like a quick rundown of the castle, since no one is speaking out. Just like showing you some of the bits. Here's the maester's room. Very colorful. Can get out on top of the gatehouse here, and I got like a new adaptive shader pack, so it's like adjusting to the interiors and stuff, which is kind of cool. Here's the library. Super happy with the interiors of this place. Where is Ingerland, Blubs? Like in England? Alright, let's start building, guys. I think the easiest way to get this done is to go pretty like large scale and use some brushes and things. So I think that will help us for the gradients and things. So let's try that. England, okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Let's do this, and let's set it to white, just so we don't interfere with some of the other planning blocks. Same here. I guess we can do it here as well. I'm gonna leave the top section for later because I need to figure out exactly how I want to do that. Actually, let's fill this in. It's good to be back, guys. I plan on starting to do more regular streams, so possibly I think Mondays are the best for me. So I think I'm gonna try to aim for a weekly stream every Monday. No problem. Thanks for just staying around. I'm thinking maybe every Monday. Next Monday though, I'm having to travel for work, so won't be able to make it next Monday. But the one after that, I'm gonna try to be here. Well, it might be an unattainable goal to stream every Monday, but let's give it a shot, shall we? I just miss it. Even though for me, it's 2018. Who knows? Maybe we traveled in time. Gray Mars at 35. No, that's bad because the mountain is gray. No, not blue. What color? Yellow. We have just yellow yet. Yeah, it's getting a pretty big workout from this. But yeah, like the reason why I'm now considering or trying to get back to this is because a lot of my projects now are in such a large scale that I don't feel like I give you guys justice for uploading like once every second week. Let's actually yellow stone bricks and conquest granite brick. Yep. So like when I build like this castle here. I think it's been over 2 weeks since I last uploaded, and it simply is. Yeah, it's not ideal, not for my YouTube channel, but also like I feel like for you guys, you might be losing interest if you're not seeing too much. So for those of you who want to stay more updated, I think it's easier for me to kind of stay in touch if we do streams more regularly, and then we can upload videos whenever we get to a point where a video makes sense. Yeah, I know, like, I don't feel that bad because a lot of the YouTubers I used to watch are now gone. So, like, I understand that that's like kind of part of the YouTube thing. But I still love doing it, and I love building, and I don't see myself ever quitting building. So, why not try to be a little bit more active so you guys can, yeah, get some more videos and stuff. Conquest granite brick, there we go, and then conquest light limestone brick. Yep. So whenever you're doing like these gradients, it's trying to make it not feel so smooth in a way, because smoothness it's easier to detect. Let's see, it's easier to detect the texture change if it's smooth. So you want it to be like rugged, like I can see here, like just totally breaking up with this shape I already had going. And you really don't want it to be symmetrical or anything. And then later on you can break it up by either adding just some even more contrasty colors. Let's do this. Conquest travertine brick, I think it is. Yep. I get you, man. So if I, like, I'm gonna be honest, like if I didn't enjoy building Minecraft, I wouldn't be making YouTube, I think, because like I don't see myself as a typical YouTube personality. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not a guy that just yeah, loves to create content in a way. So I really don't see myself making videos if I wasn't building. But for me, like, being able to show off what I have built and get feedback on what I built is kind of helping me going as well. Pretty decent gradient. I'm not happy with how this looks, but I figured that the light gray here really helps with that. So I just go in and kind of add that manually like this. Kind of helps a little bit. Yeah, and like sometimes I remember, at least back in the day, I wanted to be one of those super duper hype Minecrafters that went viral and then just kind of died off, you know. But I'm kind of glad that I just stuck with being myself, just sharing my building experience with you guys, because really that's how I am. I'm pretty down to earth. A lot of people probably find me boring unless you're like interested in the same things as me, because yeah, I'm not like up there all the time. And yeah, sometimes my wife's not too happy about that. I'm really down to earth and calm. That helps a little bit, but I think what I'm gonna do is to actually find, this is a trick I've learned. Where do we have that? Light limestone. I think this is, yeah, that's like enough to kind of break it up. So if we add patches of that kind of interfering, like just breaking up the smoothness we have got going here. Kind of helps with the gradient. Thank you, Steen. Yeah, I guess it's probably inspired by a lot of different castles. The main inspiration for this is, as I said in the beginning of the stream, like French chateaus, like Pierremont or Pierrefonds or Pierremont. Pierrefonds, I don't know. One of those. Pierrefonds, I think. Pierrefonds. Yeah, I think that will work for now, and then once we start add some windows and stuff, we will help break it up even more. But yeah, the main inspiration is like French castles, like such as Pierremont, like later, like 1700 castles from France. But mixing that up with the style I have going for the rest of Argos, which is the kingdom we are building in, which is inspired by Mediterranean and British architecture. So I see what you're going at there, Steve. It has like influences of all sorts of styles, and I think it works for this one. I think it really works. I wanted to have some supports here on the back. I'm thinking maybe there's a single one like this. Oh, Brittany is in France. Whoops, I thought it was Britain. Brittany, yeah. Well, in that case, yes, I suppose. Let's try that. How does that look? Is Brittany up in like northwest, close to Normandy? I've heard of it before, but I'm not really good at French geography. That's very true, Legendary Porpoise, and I kind of keep myself, or just kind of stop myself and then think like, it's insane how long I've been doing, especially the Conquest thing. I really think that's where I found my channel, because I've been making YouTube probably for 6 years before I even found Conquest Reforged. But once I found that and then kind of settled in the community, and like I know there's people, I'm just trying to figure out how tall I want these windows. Like that there's people who have been watching me all the way since Kirkholm, which was the first series I ever did with this mod. Let me know if you remember Kirkholm. Either if you watched it live as I made the videos, because that's kind of when I started to blow up, or if you have seen it later. Kirkholm was a super fun project. It's nothing compared to what I do now, but it was something for sure. Sounds familiar, yeah. Kirkholm was, I think, from... Like, I didn't even know about stuff like people like Ducon Red when I started this. I just kind of found this mod pack and it was like, yeah, let's play around with it. I built Medieval in Minecraft long before that in just vanilla. And I just thought, maybe, yeah, let's give this a try. And then I loved it and people seem to like it as well. And all of a sudden, stuff happened. So I'm very happy that people are still like staying around even after all those years. It's kind of insane to think about. Okay, let's try to come up with a cool design for this. If I do something like that, a But if I do that, I'll have to do that. Yeah, this might be really weird. Let me try this. Hello there, Razordon. I remember Kirkham. It's so outdated now. Yes, I rewatched some videos. It's super outdated. Oh man, just always struggling with these windows. Honestly, that's kind of cool. But it's not the style we're going for, so... let me see what I did over here. On the tower in the middle here. Oh. I did something kind of similar. Hello there, Raccoon. I'm doing great, how are you? Like, I kind of like it, but not... I'm not completely sold on this design here. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just go with that. Let's go with that. So you say this might work, Razordon? I'm gonna go with that, and then I wanna try to like kind of enclose that with this travertine style, just to get some three-dimensionality of this. Feels weirdly scaled. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna have to play around with it, and for the sake of the replay I'm making, I might just have to leave it and then go back and maybe change it. But I get what you mean. It looks a little odd. But does it look odd in a good way or in a bad way? That is the question. Can we maybe... Let's try this 3D arch again, as you say. Is that better? Then I don't like this bit here. We could go even lower on this, like we did on the first one. This is initial design. Actually, now that I see it for the second time, I kind of get what you mean. I like that. Let's leave that for now. We can always go back and change that. I just need to for the sake of the replay that we'll get out of this video, need to make it somewhat quick. I spend too much time trying to come up with window ideas, and I feel like I never really get it to the point I'm happy with it. I don't know why. It's just really tricky. Yeah, I think that will work. Yeah. All right. There. Get those. Hey, hello there, lucky loser. Didn't see you join. Cool. How are you? By the way, guys, you like my cup? It's Dwight. Yes, references. I should probably have like Googled out some references before I even started that. I don't know. I like for now just let it be. That's kind of my way of building. I always, if I'm not completely happy, just let it be for now, and then you can come back and fix it later always. So and who knows, maybe it looks better once you see it in the entirety of the building. A lot of times I feel like I'm building a door or I'm building a wall or something and it just looks so off. I can't get it to work. But then once I get like the rest of the building up and running, it works. So I'm pretty good. Yeah, can't complain. So yeah. Oh man, I had those there for a reason. There we go. So I want to build these matriculations that I've kind of come up with this for this place. Not matriculations, crenellations. There we go. Should we have it completely cornered or smooth the corners out here? What do you guys think? Should we smooth out the corners like this or have them completely straight? And I'm also going to build this all the way to here. There we go. Smooth it, look nice. Okay, let's go for that. And then I top these off with this block. Whoops. You like it straight, but for some support for actually. Let's play with that. We can try both. So you mean like a slab on like a quarter block on the corners to kind of support the corners a little bit extra? We can try that. So we can we just something like that, kind of. Oh, not super fan of that. That's better. In that case, we need one of these. You're thinking even simpler. Like, just like that? I like that. Add something to... like here? Yeah, we can do that. Let me just get this done. I'd get rid of the slope entirely and only have 8 blocks. I'm not sure I get what you mean, Razor Dawn. Maybe I'm stupid, I don't know. Oh, that looks weirdly scaled. It kind of works, but it doesn't look too great. But maybe if we try to add some detail to this. Let's give it a try. And then possibly something there, like this one, or yeah, works for now. And then up here, we are going to have... I don't need this much room here actually, so let's hand. Is this? No, it's lower. Okay, let's just do it like that. We have a little walk around there. No problem, Reston. Like, you're one of the guys I usually listens to, because yeah, always amazed with what you come up with. So, like, I take constructive criticism pretty well. So don't be afraid to criticize me. I'm always there to become better. And I kind of agree with over detailed. Again, I'm just gonna leave it for now, and then we can go back and clean it up later. Again, just thinking about the replay for this place. That's like the balance when you're building, is to find like when is it too detailed and when do you have to add more detail. It's really tricky, because a build with too much detail, it feels really fake, because in real life you don't see that with detail. But also a build with too little detail just feels boring, and again maybe also unrealistic in a way. So that's really tricky. That's where I find it's best just to kind of build a little bit and feel. I know I talk a lot about feeling, but just feeling the build, like what makes sense here, kind of what feels right. So just spending time and letting it marinate for a long time is usually what I do. Come back to it later. Which is maybe why you see in a lot of the time lapses, you might see something in the clip itself in the time lapse, but then when I show it to you later, it's probably very different. That's also a good point, Racer Dawn. Let me get this one. That's also true. And I see a lot of people that do like really like stylized buildings. It's really awesome when people get it right, like almost like an artwork. That's really cool. I like to build. I see a lot of people like, especially on Twitter for some reason, just building in such a style that just, yeah, it doesn't look like Minecraft anymore. But also it doesn't look like it just looks like an abstract building in a way, or like a stylized building. Because although is Minecraft building art debate is kind of stupid, people will experience it. That's very true. Yeah. Let's come up with like a cool spire design here. Actually, let's see ya, Jimmy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Razor Dawn. Like, it look like it has to be taken from one specific angle as well. Like, it probably looks horrible if you just move the camera like a couple blocks one way or the other. But it just make like shades and gradients and perspective, which is not like Minecraft perspective, like it's a 3D game, but it's like texture perspective. It's very interesting when people do that right. Now let's actually, yeah, let's finish off the recording there. And what I'm gonna do, just to be safe, is I will go out of the game, because I've had some times where the game has crashed on me lately, and then I lose the replay. So I'm just gonna let it save the replay. Oh wow, that's cool. I know Builder's Refuge, I think it's called. They also have a lot of these kind of buildings. And I know, like, I used to play a little bit with a guy named Sean Bits, and he did those kind of buildings as well, like just texturing to another level, and it was really, really awesome. Okay, what I will do is, whoops. It's just try to stylize one of these. Guys, let me know left or right design, or possibly rework the design entirely and just leave it blank. Yeah. When I see them next to each other, this looks more fake, like an old school Minecraft build, like where you had stair spamming and just all sorts of weird shapes just to make it look detailed. It looks like wannabe detailed in a way, especially when I see it next to the other design. So I'm kind of also going for this, but maybe if I just move that up there, just like a subtle detail. Perhaps some protruding. That could also work. Let's try that on the other one. Seems like people love the or like the left one the most, so we'll go for that. And I agree, I like the left one as well. Bonjour, Lux Maxing. Welcome to the stream. Irish Dark Knight. I think the biggest detractor from the left is that it will look off until it's filled in the window behind the window. That's true. Hood molding. I could share this with you, but I just realized before the stream that my screen sharing scene, look at that, is not set up properly. So I won't be able to share the screen with you what I'm looking at. We could try something like that. How though? Basically, it's some kind of framing is what Razor Dawn is referring to. Some kind of framing above here, and it could be an arch following this arch, but it could also be like a square or just some kind of way to kind of enclose this top bit. And I believe it's probably because we have that. I just did this myself on my own house, put this in because the previous owner didn't, like a way for the rain to hit the wall and then it moves away from the window and drips down instead of just kind of following the window. Maybe 8 1/4 block. What we could do, let me try. Or dripstone molding, yeah, that makes sense. And then replace the inner blocks here. It's kind of what I had in mind. I don't know if I'm onto something or not. No. Drac Leborg, welcome to the stream. Or we could try. This feels a little overcomplicated as well. Thank you. Yeah, the small details it was taking the most time, really. I think we're getting closer. Just do molding and nothing else. No bracery. But I don't really. Just like that, really? Or maybe. Do you want it to keep it arch or straight? Oh. I'll move it down a little bit, but that's honestly not too shabby. Oh, I'm not a big fan of that. I think we're on to something. This castle is for the next video. Yes, that's true. It's quite big. I didn't intend it to be this big when I started, but you know, get carried away a little bit. But I think it's turning out really cool. The stairs the other way around. Also do that. Could I try something here? This was tricky, man. But I do want to get it right because I agree it doesn't. Ooh! Now I think we're cooking. I think we're cooking now. You have a break from Tango Curry? Yeah, a little break. Is this too fancy? Is this way too fancy already? but I love fancy. I just don't feel like this bit here is correct. If I do that, well, that's not correct either. Let me try to replicate this for... A little break. Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. I like that. I think that's the... I think the best we can get to at this stage. If you have better ideas, you could post them in my Discord in the stream related chat, and I might go back to it. But we need to get working. Good enough. Yeah. What if instead of pillars on the side just ending, you could build top of them and make a sort of an outline of the arch that goes higher than the window itself? Too fancy. Again, guys, if you have ideas, maybe post them in my Discord so we can go back and then we can move on to something else and not to get stuck on the nitty-bitty details for the entire stream. This back wall is super plain, but I intend to have... Actually, what I'm gonna do is... This might not work, but let's give it a try. No, not -8. First we rotate. And then paste. A little messed up, but that's okay. Alright, it's gonna work. There we go. We could actually maybe even have another window and then have the door. I plan to have the door here, but it's almost at the level where you could have them both like above the door. I'm gonna put it there for now, and then if we want to, we can alter it or just remove it entirely. So guys, I think it's about time we have a chat. What have you guys been up to this summer? I miss kind of hearing all of your guys' lives as well. What have you been up to lately? Man, it's really dark in here. Should I turn off? Actually, let's figure out this stair here, or door, I mean. I'm thinking I'll just copy this, and then we will somehow just kind of merge that into the window. Awesome, Gdansk. I've never been to Gdansk. It is actually so close. With like, there's a lot of, or there, at least there used to be a lot of planes from my local, not the biggest airport in the world, but my local airport straight to Gdansk. But I've never got a chance of visiting. How was that? You cook a lot of spicy food this summer, Drak? That's cool. I'm not a big fan of spicy food. I can handle a little spicy, but not super spicy. Isn't Malbork the place where like the biggest, Europe's biggest castle is? The like the big brick castle, red one. It seems very familiar. Yeah, I want to go there. But yeah, they had like, so you say the entire or a lot of the medieval city was conserved as well, or preserved. That's cool. Myself, I've been back in work for a month now. I had a really early vacation this year, but I visited Gdansk. No, not Gdansk, man. It's getting late. I need to get to some sleep soon, probably. Not Gdansk. That's where Razordawn was. I was in Dubrovnik. I was in Croatia, in Dubrovnik, or I was two places. I was on an island in Croatia and then a few days in Dubrovnik as well. And man, that got my inspiration juices flowing, you know. That was a beautiful city. Really beautiful city. This here will be the chapel, by the way. One of the biggest parts of the castle. I'm not sure if I even told you guys. You moved to the west coast of France to see my parents this summer. Wow, did you move to like stay there forever or just like visited, traveled? I want to go back to France again. I've been to France 3 times, I think, but mostly in the southern parts. I've been all over the Mediterranean coast of France, but I want to go to more of the like Normandy and Paris would be also kind of cool, just to kind of have that on my bucket list. But there's a lot of France I haven't seen. I think that works. I think that's cool. That's cool. They rebuild it like that. Cool. Oh man, we're in Austria. Did you go, piece of dirt? Austria, it's beautiful. Alright, let's see if we can come up with some interior designs here. I'm actually going to turn off the shaders for now, I think. So it's easier to see in here. Oh, I see. Yeah. Going back home to your parents' place is something different when you like are old and have moved out for a little while. Study somewhere else, I remember that. Or even now, like I don't live too far away from my parents, but still it's... yeah, it's kind of a cool feeling coming back to them. This is Greece, awesome! Greece is beautiful. Where in Greece? On one of the islands or mainland? This is too fancy pants. Wow. Well, like when you have to improvise, that's usually when you get the best experiences, in my opinion. Like whenever I've been traveling and we end up not doing what was planned, that's usually when we find the gems, the best gems. Oh, you're Greek. That makes sense then. I'm going to Greece next year. I'm going to Crete for a wedding. I want to have somewhat of a similar interior vibe in the chapel, but maybe more like classical. Wow, he was ready to scam you straight away, man. That's so typical. Whenever I'm out traveling, there's always someone who has a sister or a girlfriend or something in Norway. Or they have studied in Norway, whatever. Like, there's always those people. I've never been to Crete. I've been to Greece 2 times. I've been to Rhodos, of course, which is like one of the most popular vacation spots from Norway or for Norwegians. A pretty nice place. The old town is. Is this too much, by the way? I'm just kind of going off script here, just building. Maybe it's horrible, but maybe it works. Who knows? We can always redo it, you know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of weird. The ancient or the old medieval city of Rhodos is, or Rhodes, I think it's called in English. It's beautiful, but it's completely destroyed by these small shopping places where people sell all sort of junk. I have made up the structure of where I want pillars and stuff, but I kind of just want to get into. Honestly, that's not too bad. Yeah, like I hate that when old cities are just packed to the rim with these shady, or not shady, but just like they sell you all sorts of like simple jewelry or t-shirts or whatever. But in Dubrovnik there was none of that. It was, or there was like, I think I saw 3 stands during my stay there. So that was really cool. But also I've been to another Greek island, to Lesbos or Lesvos. I've seen both being written. I always find these tricky. And there also the like there was a castle and stuff, and it was really well preserved, which was cool. I have no idea what I'm doing right now with this. I'm just placing blocks to see where we're going. I'm not too happy with that. Looks a little messy. You met the scammer, and you had a bonding moment. Oh wow, that's super irritating, Razor Dawn. Man. I had, when I was in Dubrovnik this summer, the buses didn't stop in Dubrovnik, so they kind of just drove through the entire city. It was like, this is where we want to go off, but you had to go off like far away, and then had to pay for a taxi to get to the city, which was stupid. So the bus basically drove through the city and then dropped you off somewhere, yeah, too far away to walk to where you want to go. It was super irritating. I'm just gonna go with this design. It's a little unorthodox, but I think it works. And to be honest, that's the most important part. It has that warm kind of feeling that I want to have. We could maybe... Nope. Don't like that. Yeah, I actually have Decent Horizons installed. But it's not on at the moment, is it? Through. Now it's on. It's just a little heavy for my computer, especially when I'm streaming. Why does this look so ugly? Oh yeah, it's just because of the rendering. And now it looks awful when I don't have the shaders on. Oh, I need to turn off the fog as well. But yeah, it's very close to Somerset, if you didn't know. Yeah, it's a cool mod, but it's better than having your render distance up at extremely high rates, but it's still kind of heavy. I have 32 gigs. I haven't them all allocated for Minecraft. I think I have 10 allocated for Minecraft or something. But it's still, especially when I'm streaming, because that takes a lot as well. So when I'm recording and stuff, I usually turn it off, but I have been using it myself. It's pretty cool to be able to see. By the way, this is where it is on the map. To like, especially when I work in Sangre-Cœur, being able to see the entire thing. Oh, it's CPU, yeah. Cool. Anyway, so this is where it's built, and I think maybe someday in the future, I want to build something on this little peninsula here. I think we could have a cool little harbor here, and it will be close to both Somerset, because Somerset doesn't really have a dock. It doesn't have any way to get like people on and off from the waters. Because they're built on these cliffs. But I think if we build a little town here, not like a big city, but just like, yeah, we have Rovitz, that's the name of this one, like Rovitz or Lunden size, without any castle or anything, just like a little town here with a little dock and a trading post, and then these two castles are connected. I think that would be really cool. And potentially we could have another castle right here. This is going to be like Castle Haven right here. I don't know. and then the road will kind of follow up here, and there's like, as you can see, like a natural cut in the mountain here leading up to this, and I will do a lot of terraforming as well. Thank you, Drac. Blubs is referencing Krasberg, the old project. And honestly, I look back on that and it's quite insane how much we built there. But still, like, the scale of Krasberg isn't really that big. But I feel like, and I'm not sure how because I'm not able to recreate it, but I really feel like Krasberg, it hit something special because it was like, the different district had sort of a personality, and I'm not sure how I managed to do that in a way. But yeah, I miss Krasberg a little bit. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's not really that big. I think. Oh man, you can see it. Krasberg, the sizes of the houses in Krasberg was a lot smaller than, let's say, Osterham. Like 2 houses in Krasberg could probably fit in one of these houses here. So like the building aspect of it is a lot bigger, easier to build, but it is probably bigger than Osterham. But I'm pretty sure that Sangrekur will be a lot bigger once it's done. I believe. Like Krasberg didn't have all of that, so many of just bunches of houses. It was really like smaller streets with like 4 houses next to it, and then there was like a park, and then it was all very scattered. Yeah, that's some true scale, like the Visima project or the Artecraft stuff. That's massive. I should probably get back on Darwin myself just for the fun of it. Maybe we could make a video or something where we just walk about that. Yeah, I'm probably faster now. I'm that's probably true, but yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. But it's kind of a bittersweet thing with Krasberg because I really enjoyed that project and it was such a fun thing, but it just came to a point where it was simply not good enough for me to spend all that time on it. Like, it wasn't... I wanted to build better because I knew I could for some of the other side projects we built during that time. Like the details and the scales, and especially what I feel like we lacked a little bit in Krasberg, which might be why it looks so... Every district has a certain different vibe, is that there's no like architectural integrity in the city. There's some, but like different district has a completely different architectural style in a way, and there's also scale. So it feels a little off. So I love the project, and I'm very happy to be that we built it, but it was really time to move on. Yeah, how is the Visima project going? I like, from all I know, they haven't done stuff in years, but I might be wrong. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, I feel like a little mismatch can really help because it creates a sense of life in a way, but I feel like there was a little too much of it in Krasberg. It's been dead for years. Yeah, that's what I thought. Which is sad because I used Visima as inspiration for a lot of my things. I need to do some things here to add some more detail. But let's, for now, just let it be. Oh wow. But did you, when it was converted to newer or was it converted to newer versions? I believe it was to 1.16 or something. Was anything like completely rebuilt or transferred from the previous build? Yeah, it was 1.12 originally, but didn't they convert it to 1.16? Okay. That's also one of the reasons why we left Krasberg. Now I'm gonna regret this because this is the back of the feast hall. I need to figure out a way to cover that up. But yeah, one of the reasons why we had, or I decided to abandon Krasberg and entire Ushea was because of the updates. Like, the update gave, first of all, like, rise to so many new possibilities, like so many new blocks, and especially when we had the layers and things, like vertical layers and ground layers, and yeah, and the vertical corner slab things. Just, I wouldn't feel like Krasberg was at its how it was supposed to be when I could build so much better. So like new buildings would probably be much more detailed, and I would feel like ashamed of the rest of Krasberg, and then I feel like I might had to rebuild entire Krasberg, and you know, it was easier to just abandon it. Okay, we wouldn't have to rebuild every building, and that's the thing, yeah. Kinda sucks. Yeah, especially the tree things, like the new models for trees in Conquest is just so beyond anything we've had. So anything from I think it was 1.16 we got the new trees, or was that 1.8.19? No, it was 1.16 I think. Anything like pre that would just look horrible. Yeah, 1.16, yeah. That's too bad, and like it's really demotivating to have to start something like that again when you know all the effort that has already been put into it. And like honestly, it was one of the best builds I've seen. Artcraft is also up there, especially like when it comes to realism. I don't want to well, it's a fantasy world, but you know, I don't want to like even compare myself to those builders because they have so much more resources and things. But the Visima project and Artcraft was some of the best we've probably seen in Conquest. That was yeah. But it's so sad to see that gone. But yeah, again, like going back and rebuilding all of that would be really hard, I think, even for me. Like for me, I always want to build something new, and that's where I kind of get inspired by, is to creating something new and seeing something for the first time, seeing a style or a building you had envisioned in your head. Like I always find inspiration everywhere. When I'm working and when I was studying, I was just sitting in in class and doodling castles and houses and just kind of coming up with styles and lore and things and just seeing that happen on the screen. But I wouldn't have to. I'm not sure I would like to see the same place appear twice. That's also true. I'm very like in awe when I see the Artcraft people when they post like they have posted like some pictures of how they plan the vegetation of the map, and they have like flow charts of how the water and the winds and the temperature would move in the continent and what kind of plants would be able to grow in all the different sections, and it's like so overly thought out, thoroughly just planned, and it's really cool. But it's also, as you can say, it could also break some of the realism a little bit as well. So it's a double-edged sword, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm also I was, I think, at least a member or builder on Artcraft. I didn't apply or anything. I just think Guan, the lead, was the lead. Just gave me member because we did some stuff together. But I wouldn't be secure enough either to build. I just would be terrified to ruin anything. Yeah, same kind of happened to me, Razor Dawn. Like, I never really learned exactly how they did stuff, but yeah. But that reminds me, I should definitely take a tour on Artcraft soon. Just for the fun of it, get some inspiration and stuff. Yeah, that's probably actually a good point there. Like, a lot of that might have to do with the lead builder of a project. Is this the Elder Scroll? Yeah, it is. It actually is the Elder Scroll music. I didn't even know. I didn't even cue that up. Why did we... I don't know. I'm not sure why we got to that, but it's fine. It's beautiful. Yep. And then I think what we need is some pillars in the middle of the room as well. I'm not the biggest fan of having pillars in the middle like this, but I think we kind of have to. Wow, yeah. You all had to fight with you almost to get you into the project. But it's really impressive what they do, like being able to create a world with, like, they have such control over the lore. and I've not read Lord of the Rings, but I've read The Hobbit, and like there's so much I don't understand about that world they do. Ah, okay. Understand. But also Westeros Craft, building Game of Thrones world. That's also pretty good. They have like a completely, not completely, but a very different approach, because they like the texture pack they have and everything. It's not super realistic compared to Conquest Reforged and the stuff. They're more of the Minecraft kind of style. Like it's more pixelated, more cartoonish kind of. But they also create a pretty awesome world. If you haven't seen that, I recommend checking that out. They're also like the world building stuff they do is yeah, insane. Trying to do some kind of vaulted ceiling in here, and then I'll just copy paste it over, I think. Start a vault lower. There's also a Tamriel craft as well. That's also cool. I don't think I can go much over. Yeah, I kind of agree. I can try here. Well, we can make it here. Go a little lower. I kind of prefer the higher one though. But yeah, because you don't like... Left or right, guys? Left or right? Let me know in the comment or in the chat. Higher or lower, I guess. This is it. Higher, lower. People like right. I kind of see where this would go though. It creates more like a unified arch and vault design, but here it's more like arches, and then the vault is kind of like separate parts. So this is definitely something I would use somewhere else, like for cellars and stuff. I think this design is the way to go. But I think for a chapel like this, that little bit of extra height there kind of just gives a little bit more depth. And it seems like most of you guys agree. So let's see if we can do some copying here. Copy that. And stack 2. Did that work? Yep, that worked. Look at me, starting to understand how well that it works. Grab that. And there. And then stack 1. Always a little bit scared when I do world edit, but hello, look at that. We have some light glitches up here, but you haven't seen stack command before? Oh, it's so helpful. We need to do something with these walls, by the way, guys. I just put them there as like a placeholder. I like this border for the windows. So if you just look at like this little section here with the windows and things. I've seen Axiom. I haven't taken the time to get into it. It looks almost too good to be true in a way. But yeah, I want to create this sort of vibe for the chapel as well. Like this warm, cozy, colorful medieval style. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm trying to do. I need to cover up the back here though. Not happy with that. Yeah. I built this hoping that the outline of the pillars of this place would cover up the back here. What we can do, a little hacky, is let's see. What we can do is to actually build something that will cover up that. So, just as an example, we could like or do that, you know. We could try that. That's actually not too bad. So we can I think it is glowing embers. Like that. Yeah, I'm not sold on that design. I think I'm gonna try with my initial idea to hide it behind something. We could also move it out here, but yeah, it doesn't look nice. And also, like, voila, kind of fixed. Even if we do this, I believe this is a little thinner. Someone just bumped into this wall a little too hard while building it, so it's a little slanted. No one will notice. Let's leave that for now. Yeah, let's try to do the flooring here before I let you guys go. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, and that's usually how long I'm able to do before I have to have a break. Yeah, the problem with that code ender is you need to have, like, if I move the smoke out or the fire out here, a lot of the smoke would probably easily escape out. So having it back here, it's like funneled through up here. So, like, realistically, it had to be back here. Oh, I forgot the door here as well. By the way, small side project here. This leads up to very windily stair, but leads up to the master bedroom. This is where I would be. If this was my castle, I'd have my master bedroom, which is so cozy, just above the feast hall. Minimum amount of walking to get some food. And we have this wonderful bath in the tower in the middle. Hey! Thank you so much for subscribing there, Lux Maxi. I appreciate that. Need to get out again. See ya, Drac. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, as I said, or I barely got to say, I'm also heading out soon. I want to see if I can finish off the design for the flooring here. I want to have a simple but detailed floor design. Well, thank you so much, Lux Maxing. Appreciate that a lot. Mark the Fart, hello, hello. It's been a while. How are you? I hope you're good. We could go for like a super duper simple pattern like that. Nah. See you, Rachel. Thanks for stopping by and with helping with all the tips and stuff. Appreciate it a lot. Have a good one. Three different blocks going on a 45-degree diagonal. Let's give that a shot for this one. Again. I actually don't think I've ever tried that combination for. Okay. Why does that work so much? Why does that look good? Someone please tell me. That's such a simple pattern, but is that maybe a commonly used pattern? I kind of hate that it works so well. I'm going for that. I like that design. Again, Razor Dawn comes in here with this sneaky trick and stuff. Alright, that is super cool. I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. We got a lot done. Very happy with this building here. We spent a lot of time on these windows here. Might even have to spend some more time later. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. And then the plan is I will build something on top of here as well. Another extension, which is going to be another bedroom. And then connect that to the battlements here. And then, yeah, we'll connect that up to here with some diagonals and some more towers and things. Why are we need to use shaders? Because it looks so much better with shaders. I love this castle so much. Right, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's really fun. And as I said, trying to do this weekly now. So next Monday I should stream, but I'm on a work trip next Monday. So next week will be really hectic for me. So no stream next week, but remind me in my Discord. But I will try to stream on the next Monday. Will probably be 2nd of September, I think. 1st or 2nd of September. Quick math here. So, looking forward to that. It's going to be super fun. And I will try to, as I said, stream more often because it allows us to have some more communication in between the videos. So for those who are really interested in this world we're building and all that stuff, it's a nice way of yeah, coming together in a way. Anyway, guys, check me out on YouTube if you haven't, and Instagram and my Discord and all that sort of stuff, so we can stay in touch. And I will see all of you guys later. It's been Viggo Man, and I'm out.